In this video we are going to talk about 10 simple habits of millionaires. So before starting this video, please like this video and subscribe to this channel for our future updates. Number 10. They read. Let's start with one of the most important skills that millionaires have learned. You've undoubtedly heard it before, but reading has a significant impact on the mind and state of consciousness. When you think about what millionaires read, you generally think of business books or something like. Instead, they read motivational novels, biographies, self-help books, and how-to manuals, among other genres. This is an excellent habit to cultivate. Reading is similar to mental fuel, so make sure you keep your tank full. Number 9. They live on a budget. The key to achieving your goals is to have a budget. Budgeting is the process of putting together a strategy, and the only way to succeed is to have one. If you've been wondering where all your money has gone for the past month, you're not alone. It's because you didn't budget your financial resources effectively. Creating and keeping to a budget can help you raise the amount of money you have left over at the end of each month dramatically. If you take charge of your money rather than allowing it to govern you, you may harness and use it to achieve success in life. This is a habit that millionaires have adopted over time, and you can too. Number 8. They know delayed gratification. We live in a world where we expect rapid satisfaction. To think that you could walk into a car dealership today and walk away with a car worth $40,000 is astounding. You could even be able to acquire a brand new 60-inch curved television without blowing your entire budget. Yes, you may use debt to accomplish all of your goals. That was a bad decision. You don't need it, you simply desire it. Make no excuses for stuff you don't really need to prevent going into debt. Those who have made it big in business realize that this strategy is doomed to fail. When you want something, instead than acting on impulse, you must learn to wait. You can easily fall into the trap of spend, but you must learn to control your spending and understand the concept of delayed gratification in order to become a millionaire and be successful, also known as delayed gratification. When the time comes, it will happen. Number 7. They don't go into debt. Following up on the last point, debt is the poison that has hindered so much growth in many people who would otherwise have achieved great success. At all costs, the ultra-wealthy avoid paying for things like car payments, phone bills, and even student loans. You can buy a cheap automobile with cash, and you can buy a cheap Android phone instead of borrowing money to get the latest iPhone. If you don't want to take on a significant student loan burden, there are also grants and in-state tuition options to consider. Those who want to live like the rich must first change their perspective. Number 6. They don't act rich. To get you started, here's a quick and dirty experiment. We want you to drive past a wealthy neighborhood in your area, then a normal middle-class neighborhood. Take a look at the types of vehicles they use. You might be startled to find more fancy cars in an ordinary neighborhood. That's exactly what it means when they don't appear to be wealthy. Don't give the impression that you're well off. Pretend to be poor instead to increase your chances of becoming wealthy. Trying to impress the next person by collecting appealing items is simple, even if your bank account says differently. The wealthy understand that possessions are merely that, possessions, and that their worth will almost always deteriorate. Over time, you'll see that appearing wealthy devalues your worth. Instead, don't act as if you're affluent, and you'll discover you are. Number 5. They create streams of income. Successful people know that in order to achieve financial independence, they must diversify their sources of income rather than relying on a single source of income. For the vast majority of people, working a day job is the norm, yet working a day job will not automatically drive you to the top of the financial ladder. Instead, you should look for ways to generate a range of cash streams that can help you grow your firm. Using money-making apps can assist you in getting started. You can build up your savings account over time to the point where you can buy a rental property, or even start your own business. Number 4. They rise early. While we continue to fight about the reality that people who strive for and accomplish success are those who get up early in the morning, it is an undeniable truth that must be acknowledged. Still have time to prepare for the day ahead of you before the stresses of regular life such as emails and phone calls, become too much for you to handle. In addition, you can read up on the latest financial news or even meditate while you're at it. The worm has been caught by the early bird. Millionaires experience the same emotions as everyone else. For starters, set your alarm for 5 minutes earlier than usual and gradually raise the time till it is 5 minutes earlier than usual. In order to move forwards, you must first train yourself and learn how to make a mental change that will propel you ahead. Number 3. They maintain their health. This one is a breeze in terms of chemistry. Your body functions better when you feed it good foods and engage in regular physical activity. The mind is similar to a machine that has to be fed in order to work effectively. Consider the risks of driving on contaminated gas. Yes, you can drive it, but it will ultimately break down or perform poorly. The same is true for the intellect. The wealthy understand that they must always maintain good health and nourish their bodies with nutritious foods in order to make wise and measured decisions. This is one of the most crucial habits millionaires have developed, but it's also one of the most difficult to put into practice. Number 2. They give. This one may seem counterintuitive to some, but the concept is that wealthy individuals see the significance of assisting others and are prepared to donate their wealth in exchange. There are a few really stingy wealthy individuals in the world, but the vast majority are among the most charitable. When it comes to spiritual wealth, it's best to spread it around. That's all there is to it. Sure, like everyone else, some affluent people can be self-centered jerks. While you may not realize there are a few billionaires living down the street, the vast majority of them are among the most giving people you will ever meet. We know because we've met a number of people who fit this description. They put in long hours, save money, and are aware of the ability of others to do the same. These folks have a generous mindset, whether it's tithing at church, donating to a charitable organization, or simply giving to friends and family. Those who have earned riches understand that the most important thing they can do with their fortune is to serve others. If you learn to donate generously, you will be rewarded for your generosity. Number 1. They set daily goals. This is a must-do if you ever want to be successful in your endeavors, and I can't stress it enough. To go by car from one location to another, you must first plan your route ahead of time. You will know you have completed half of the voyage when you reach a specified spot. You've figured out which way to go, how long it'll take, and how much gas you'll need to get there. A series of rungs that must be climbed represent the way to success. You'll get there in the end if you plan every step along the road. Similarly, the path to success and financial independence is not without its difficulties. If you want to attain your long-term life goals, you must set daily goals that you must keep to. The road to becoming a millionaire can be compared to a ladder, with each step symbolizing a day in your life as you climb the ladder. Please make sure you know how to complete each step in order to get there. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear from me again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go. Thanks for watching.